My name's Dudit, I do builds and stuff. And following the Touch of Malice builds, I've got a Hunter build for you today. Well, I've actually got two. I'm going to be featuring Knucklehead Radar for some massive damage. And I'm also going to be featuring Orpheus Rigs for some absolutely crazy super regen. So stay tuned, I'm going to break all this down. I wasn't actually going to do another Touch of Malice video, but I realised I didn't have one for the Hunter. So I thought I may as well smash one out for a Hunter. So the build itself is all going to be obviously based around Touch of Malice. The final round in the magazine deals bonus damage drawing from the wielder's life force and then regenerates itself. Rapidly defeating 3 targets restores health. You can't no longer kill yourself with the final round, that got changed. It also got changed with some other buffs as well, which I will link the original video in the description, the Titan build. But that's got all the information in that video. But I just want to start off with the aspects on the Hunter. This is the same for both builds. Trapper's Ambush. Activate Quickfall to spend your melee charge and dive to the ground, creating a large smoke cloud on impact, which then dissipates. Targets are also weakened. So this one's pretty much a staple diet of a Hunter, in my opinion. Trapper's Ambush, I usually run this one in my Void builds. The next aspect, again, these stay the same for both classes, for both builds, Vanishing Step. Dodging makes you invisible, pretty simple. So we've got 2 ways of going invisible. Now, the fragments, Echo of Starvation and Echo of Vigilance are absolutely vital. Picking up a Void, a Breach or an Orb of Power grants Devour. Devour is just too good, in my opinion, not to run with Touch of Malice builds. And then Echo of Vigilance, if you do get weak, your next kill will give you a full overshield, and that pairs nicely with Devour. Again, I did touch on this in the Titan video a bit more. Echo of Persistence, Void debuffs applied to you, Void buffs applied to you. Invisibility, Overshield and Devour, they have an increased duration. That one's an obvious one to run. And an Echo of Undermining to make your Void grenades weaken targets. Now, once you've got the Devour going with this, you are pretty much unkillable. And again, I know I keep saying this, but in the Titan and the Void Warlock build I did previously, I did all them in GMs and Master Loss sections and stuff like that. This is just a quick breakdown. I have got some GM game clips as well, but you can see here you got that Devour going pretty easy, and it's no difference really when you're in a GM or a Lost sector. Knucklehead Radar is the first one, exotic I want to show you, that works really nicely with Touch of Malice because it provides radar. We're not really bothered about that, but what we are bothered about, it visually marks targets and deals more damage to low health marked targets. Now this is super strong with Touch of Malice because obviously the final round in the Touch of Malice does extra damage. You can see this number here, 3798, and you'll see it's marked, but the Knucklehead Radar perk doesn't kick in until he gets to a third of his health. And what happens is when he gets to a third of his health, the damage is just going to keep going up and up and up to a maximum of 30%. So 8354, and then as soon as he gets down to that third of his health, the Knucklehead Radar trait is going to pick up, and you are going to do some really big damage, all the way up to about 11,000. This all stacks with armor charges as well, so we can use armor charges with this, and you can see here massive damage, and he just gets absolutely melted. Bearing in mind, Touch of Malice is a primary ammo weapon, so the damage you can do with this setup is absolutely disgusting, and it's absolutely perfect for tanky targets. The tankier the targets, the better Knucklehead Radar works. It is so strong. Really see them numbers ramping up. And again, I just want to touch on all this all stacks with things like weapon surges, debuffs, even the blight debuff that the Touch of Malice does as well. So you can get up to a 50% damage increase just by holding reload once you've got that charge with blight times 10. So again, look like this, you're going to get an extra 50% just with that blight and all the Knucklehead Radar benefits, so it's super strong. The next exotic I want to show you is the Orpheus Rig. Provides ability energy for each target tethered by deadfall anchors and Mobius quiver as an additional shot. For this one, I'm just going to focus on the deadfall anchors just so we can get some crazy super regen. And this Orpheus Rig is also just as strong as the Knucklehead, but in another way, so you can literally get half or 3/4 of your super back very easily. And the other thing I did notice with Touch of Malice this season in particular, for some reason I only just noticed it, you do get some absolutely crazy super regen with this because you're hitting so many crits and you're killing so many enemies. Your super regen just goes through the roof. So I thought Orpheus Rigs is a really good fit in with this, And again, you've got all that stuff going on, which we did at the beginning of the video. All your devour, all that type of stuff going on, all your debuffs as well. And Orpheus Rigs, again, really, really strong for endgame content. You can literally just throw down tethers whenever you like. And the super regen from the Touch of Malice feels really, really good. And of course, Orpheus Rigs did get nerfed a few seasons ago, but they're still really, really strong, in my opinion. A really good exotic for endgame on a hunter. And you can see here, I've literally got half of my tether back already. And I haven't even finished killing yet, but you'll see in that clip there, like pretty much half of my super back, maybe even more. And then that Touch of Malice just tops your super off, just because how fast you get your super back with it. And then this last sort of clip is just sort of, again, showing you a GM and the devour working, and how good it is. Like, I get nearly one shot here there, but I managed to get my health back. Look at this, straight up there, look at that, absolutely magic. But that's the video. Knucklehead Radar, Orpheus Rigs, take your pick. I'll leave a dim link for both builds. I hope you found this helpful. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.